On today's episode of Video Marketing Madness, we're going to talk about Christmas and how you can use video and Christmas as a way to contact your clients. And this episode is made possible by freevideoeditor.co, the easy way to start making videos using your own video editor without spending all those high prices on high-end video editing systems. Get it now at freevideoeditor.co, and we even toss in a few extra goodies. So with that, let's hit the song.
He's Ray the video guy, yeah, Ray the video guy. His skill is where it's at, even if he's a little fat. He's filled with video expertise and has so much knowledge that you need. His YouTube ninja tricks can make your marketing so sick. He's Ray the video guy, yeah, Ray the video guy.
It's the radio show about video marketing madness with Ray the Video Guy, and I'm Steve Sleeper on the Show Podcast Network. And you can find us on all kinds of social media, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, all kinds of good information. Were you mocking me?
I was mocking you because it's fun. I forgot that you can see me this time.
Yeah, I can see you this time.
Skype is working well, so you can actually see me doing it.
I can see you mimicking me, mimicking/mocking me.
Well, you know what they say. Imitation is the purest form of flattery. So there you go.
Whatever. Yeah. So you justify it any way you want.
So for those of you joining us live today, of course, this is the week after Thanksgiving. It's the beginning of December, as it says right on the screen up there, right there. And we want to start talking a little bit about Christmas already. Now, I know many of you probably are thinking, wow, it's so early Christmas. But with all these holidays, you never know how many episodes we're actually going to be able to do before we get pulled away for something crazy. And, obviously Christmas is only a couple of weeks away, so we may only have one or two more episodes before Christmas. So I wanted to do this right away so people could get started having some fun, contacting their clients, and I hate to use the word, but leveraging Christmas as a way to boost your business. And, I think it's a polite way to say it, right?
Yeah, no, it's business. We're talking the business application.
It is. So the question is, what can you do to leverage Christmas as a way to contact your businesses and get them to, kind of just reach out and be able to touch them? And I've come up with a number of ways that we've done this in the past, ways that we still do this, and I think that they could be a big benefit for anybody out there. And the first one that I want to talk about actually has nothing to do with videos, but it's a service that is very easy to use, very effective, and you can start doing it right away and send out Christmas cards and all sorts of other cards as well. And that's to sign up for send-out cards. Now, for those of you who don't know what send-out cards are, it's kind of an MLM type business. Now, I've never really gone around trying to sign people up and do that portion of it, but I am a user of send-out cards, and it's a great service. And as far as, those MLM-style things, this is one of the few that actually delivers on the product, not just on the business side of things. And what this allows you to do is you sign up, you create an account, and you can send out cards to people. You can just literally go inside, pick a card, put a message on there, send it out to whomever it happens to be. And you can send other little gifts as well. I like to send out cookies to people. And sometimes they've got fudge that you can send out. A friend of mine, last year, a friend of mine ran for a local election and lost. And I was able to send out a package of cookies and a condolence card for that. And when my wife went to Hawaii,
package of meth.
Yeah, I don't think they have that in the store yet. Oh, okay. But it might be a matter of time. Maybe in Colorado. Well, I guess California now too. But
pot. Yeah, send a bag of pot.
But last year my wife, she went to I believe it was when she was in Hawaii. I was able to send her and her mom a package. When they got to their hotel, it was already there, and it had, I think it had fudge in it or brownies or something. I can't remember what it was, but it was very easy to do. You go in there, it's not expensive, very useful. They handle everything for you. You just pick your card, send your message, boom, it's out there. And you can get those out to any of your clients, your friends, your family. Makes life a lot easier when it comes to sending out cards, especially at this time of year when everybody's sending out cards. And you don't even have to go to the post office. So it's a very good way to reach out to your clients. And of course, your favorite clients, send them some of those cookies, send them some fudge, send them some brownies. And they've got some other trinkets and things that you can send out there as well. You know, don't be afraid to do that. Your clients.
What's in the brownies? What's in the brownies?
Yeah, I know, right? These are Colorado brownies. No, they're not.
Colorado.
I can't say that anymore because I'm in California. I guess you can have California brownies now too.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So we're kind of in the same boat. I haven't seen any of the dispensaries pop up yet, but I'm sure it's just a matter of time. We'll have to make some instant spokesperson videos for those now.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, coming man, soon. You want some pot?
Yeah, I know where to get it. We'll see how Michael does. Being the stoner guy in that video, it should be interesting. We have to find a different actor.
Why is it that you just say bag of pot and it makes you laugh? So anyhow.
All right, so that's send out cards. Highly recommend you check that out. Now let's talk about some of the other things that you can do. One fun thing that I've done in the past, and this, it depends on the kind of business that you have. It depends on your personality, and it depends on the personality of the clients that you're working with. But I love to create JibJab videos. Now, if you don't know what JibJab videos are, it's at a site called jib-jab.com. And what it does is they create these animations where you can put your own face in the animation. You may remember a couple years ago, Staples or Office Max, I think it was Office Max, did a Elf Yourself. Mm-hmm. And it was where you would go to Office Max and they would let you put your picture in and it would make these dancing elves and it was a Christmas card. Well, that was done with JibJab, and JibJab does a whole bunch of those. They do Thanksgiving ones, Easter ones, Christmas ones, birthdays, you name it. And I like to go in there at Christmas time, find one of the funny ones, put my picture in there and have, me being the elf that's dancing, or have me be the Santa Claus that's, having something crazy happen to him or what have you. So if you don't mind being a little bit funny, if you don't mind being a little offbeat, and if you think your clients would appreciate it, you can go in there, you can create a video, and you can even send that like a card. It would be an e-card, but you can send that out to your clients, and that will, that they'll get a kick out of it. It's usually kind of fun. But that's, of course, not the only things you can do. There are some other things you can do that are really much more in your wheelhouse, and that is to create a nice thank you video. Now, let's say you've got 10 clients. How long would it really take for you to record 10 short messages and send them out in a digital video as a kind of like a video e-card? It wouldn't be hard to do, and it's something that everybody really should do. All you have to do is, you can, pick your 10 best clients and create a very customized one. Hi, Jack, this is Ray and his team here at RVG Marketing, and we just wanted to wish you a happy holiday, blah, blah, blah. You can do it in front of the Christmas tree, and it's a very nice personalized sort of video. Now, what if you have 50 clients? Well, what I would recommend is pick your 10 best clients, do that for your 10 best clients, and then make a more generic one that you can send out to the rest. So they still get that personalized touch. They still see that you've done something for them and that you've sent something out to them, but it doesn't have to, take 5 weeks of time to put these together. So I would recommend doing personalized ones for your first 10 and then do something a little more generic for everybody else and just let them know that you're thinking about them. Now, of course, beyond video, there's a lot of different things that we can do at this time of year. We already mentioned sending cards, but one thing that we always like to do is we used to create gift packs and physically bring them to our close clients. We put together things. It could be, holiday treats. It could be, a ham. It could be, all sorts of different things. And we would get a card. We would bring it down to them, and we would make sure that they received it in person. And, it's not hard to do. It doesn't cost much to do these kinds of things. And really, if you think about some of these clients are paying you $1,000, $2,000, $5,000 a month, to spend $100 to thank them for all of their patronage is probably not too much to ask. And $100 is probably pushing it. We're probably talking in many cases $10 or $20. but it's just a great way to really reach out and let people know that you care, let people know that you're out there, and that it's not always just about business. And I think that by doing these types of things, it's going to bring more back your way. So I highly recommend that you do that. So the question is, why do we want to do this, and how can we leverage this into something that benefits our business? So if you're going to send out a card, if you're going to go out and meet your clients personally, the idea here is that people people will forget. For instance, let's say that, you're doing a marketing campaign, or you're doing SEO. We'll call it SEO because that's one that typically you do your SEO stuff, and it may take 90 days, 120 days before it actually has any sort of effect. And these clients, usually you tell them beforehand, hey, you know what, this can take 2 or 3 months before we really see results. And so you may not have that personalized touch all the time with these clients. They're going to forget who you are. They're going to forget that you did this work. They're going to kind of, when they need something else, they may not even remember how to contact you, and they're going to sit back and wait. This is an opportunity for you to reach out and touch that client. And that's an important thing to do, because when they see that you're reaching out, when they see that you care, when they see just your face, it reminds them of who you are. It reminds them of what they're doing, what you're doing for them. And it can bring in more business. And this is great also if you've got clients maybe that, aren't on a monthly retainer. Maybe they had some SEO work done 6 months ago, and they're not an active client, but they're a past client. Well, now's your opportunity to reach out to them, let them know you're still around. And of course, oftentimes they'll say, oh, you know what? I've been meaning to call you. We need our social media to be taken care of. Do you do that? Or we need some video shot. Do you do that? And that's an opportunity to really, get in front of them again. My friend Andrew, now, if you don't know who my friend Andrew is, he has a web show called Help My Business Sucks. And what he does is he does all sorts of stories about branding and stories about marketing and how people do certain things. And one of the stories that he did a little while back, and I think this is very important, is he had a company that had contacted him, and he had done they did some work for him, and he needed more work done, but he couldn't remember how to contact them. And so he had to search and search and search, and he found another company. And he wasn't sure it was another company at the time. He thought it might be the same company. Well, it turns out it was a different company, and now he's doing business with that other company. The main reason is not because he didn't want to do business with the first company. It was because, all right, here we go. It's a doorbell and dogs now. The reason was that they weren't contacting him. They weren't keeping in touch. And when he did need them, he didn't know how to find them again. So it's very important to reach out to your clients or past clients as often as you possibly can to keep you at the front of their mind. And this time of year is the perfect time and excuse to do that. A lot of people don't like to feel like they're bugging somebody. Well, sending out a Christmas treat is definitely not bugging anyone. And if you want proof of that, I will give you my address. You're more than welcome to send me as much stuff as you want. I'll be glad to accept it. So, and as you can see, maybe that's what was brought to my door a second ago. But, that's the big thing here is you want to stay top of mind. You want to stay in front of your clients. And this provides you with a really good reason to either walk through their door, send them an email, send them a card, whatever it happens to be, and just let them know that you still exist. And it's going to come back and help you in the end. It's something that, it's that whole reciprocity thing. And, you really can't beat it. It's just a really good thing to do, especially at this time of year. So, Steve, what do you do at Christmas time?
Well, I send out cards, and I've done that every year. And you might remember for a number of years, I'm on hiatus for now, but I'm going to go back to them, Sensations. Remember that? The recipe cards.
Yes.
Every month, Sensations, they're based out of the Salt Lake City area, maybe
Shocking.
Yeah. Sensations. They're not an MLM or anything. It's a printing company that does postcards for real estate agents. And so the back end is a dessert recipe. It can be any recipe. They've got a number of different recipes from desserts to I don't know, other stuff, but I always like the desserts. And then the front is personalized for you. So it's got your picture, it's got your name, it's got whatever you want on the front. Now, the only drawback is they have a $300 a month minimum. And that's why I'm on hiatus. Ray and I started a new business first of the year. I kind of transitioned from my banking business to this, and I need to build up to that 300. But once I get there, then I'm going to get back into sensations. Maybe when I get to 250 or something like that.
Yeah.
You know,
and you know, I used to get those every month from you, so I remember those coming in the mail.
Yep. And I would send them to both customers and prospects. But it was great. And, you know, back when I was working in the banking business, selling stuff to them, they loved it. I mean, I would call a CEO and, you know, a CEO at a bank who you could never get through to, and I get to his gatekeeper, and she goes, "Oh, you're the guy with the recipes. I make those all the time for the board meetings." Yes, of course you can talk to Mr. Got Rocks, you know.
Beautiful.
So, yeah.
And, you know, and that's another thing there is just that alone, getting past the gatekeeper from that, that's a big thing for most people. So that's a great way to be able to do that. And Michael, actually, he posted here on our Facebook chat that he's giving away one of his ebooks. So that's another idea. If you've got an ebook, you know, this is a good opportunity to give that away. Or even a physical book. If you've got a physical book, you know, or if you get an ebook you can turn into a physical book, send that to your clients. That is a huge benefit to them. Now, here's one other little trick, and I don't want to give this away too bad because, you know, many people, you know, are going to say, "Wait a minute, you've done that to me." But there's a great little gift that you can give out to anybody that's so inexpensive and yet has such value, and that is send them an Amazon Kindle book. You know, you can get some of the best books ever written on Kindle for, you know, $2, $3, $4. And imagine being able to send your client a really good business book, a well-known business book that people have heard of in Kindle form. And, you know, the hardcover might cost, you know, $30, but the Kindle costs $2 or $3. Not hard to do. And you send it out there. And we've actually been using that tactic lately, you know, in our marketing, which is, you know, hey, you know, when you buy this product, we're going to give you this book. And it's a very easy way to do that. It's not expensive, and it has a lot of high value. So it's a great way to reach out to those clients, give them something of value, and you know, look like the hero, and you know, not break the bank to do it. So it's a great way to really build that business up there.
A lot cheaper than a bag of pot.
Yes, a lot. Well, I don't know. Is it? I'm not sure.
I don't know. I was going to ask you how much a bag of pot is now.
I guess I'll probably know soon. You're buying it.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You're talking. What you're looking at and listening to a couple of teetotalers. So you know we can only joke.
I wouldn't even go that far. I'm a water totaler. That's about it.
Water. That's water. Yeah. Well, yeah. I'll drink coffee. So not a pop drinker. So.
I do drink root beer, and in fact, you know, it's funny. I almost I was in the supermarket the other day. We're going to break out of the story here. Hey, it's Christmas time. We're here to have fun, folks. Yeah. I was in the supermarket, and one of the supermarkets here is, I don't want to say it's a higher end supermarket, but you know, there's one that's a more generalized supermarket, and then there's one that's a little bit nicer, has a little bit higher end things in it. And I went to I was looking for, because when I buy root beer, I like to buy the really nice, you know, beer bottle style root beers that are, you know, they're just better than some of the cheaper ones out there. They're smoother,
kind of like the micro brews. Yeah.
It kind of is. I guess I mean, I'm not a beer drinker. I don't know much about it, but I assume it's the same type of thing. You know, some of the cheaper ones are more harsh, and you know, the nicer ones are smoother, and it's the same thing with root beer. Well, I was in the section where they had like all their like bottled different things. They got beer and whatnot, and I found root beer in there. I'm like, wow, that's a really expensive root beer. And well, come to find out, and I never knew this, is that there are hard root beers. So they're basically, they're root beer, but they're full of alcohol. I never knew that. And I guess that's how root beer started. Before Prohibition, it was actually an alcoholic drink, and then during Prohibition, they couldn't do alcohol, and they continued to make root beer without it. But I didn't realize they still made that, and I almost bought a thing, and I'm like, well, that's kind of expensive, and oh, look at that. So it was alcohol based. So you have to be careful when you buy those nice
Be
root
careful.
beers. Make sure you know.
And another little bit of trivia about root beer. And I didn't realize that it was alcoholic before Prohibition. I didn't know that. But the base of it was sassafras root. And in the 50s, they discovered it caused cancer in lab rats. So it was outlawed in 1960. So
wow.
Anyhow. And when I was a little kid, we always used to go to them. I'm an old guy. We always used to go to the A&W in town. And, of course, I was born in 55, so I still remember, even though I would have been 5 years old when they outlawed it, I still remember that sassafras root taste, and there's nothing like it. I mean, I can remember a cold mug of A&W, And
where I grew up, they actually still have the old drive-up A&W with the fresh brewed tap root beer and whatnot. So it's.
I wonder if it's organic.
Rhode Island. Smithfield,
Rhode Island. Cool.
All right, so we've gone way off track. But if you want to give something nice to maybe a local business, you can send them some root beer. There you go.
Some root beer. There you go. Some high-end root beer. All righty then. It's the radio show about video marketing madness with Ray the Video Guy, and I'm Steve Sleeper on the Earn.show podcast network. Our show made possible by freevideoeditor.co, not com, co, freevideoeditor.co. If you're looking for a fully functional video editor and you don't want to pay for it, head on over to freevideoeditor.co. It's exactly what it says, and it's some good stuff. Hey, let's wrap the show up with the jingle.
He's Ray the Video Guy, yeah, Ray the Video Guy. His skill is where it's at, even if he's a little fat. He's filled with video expertise and has so much knowledge that you need. His YouTube ninja tricks can make your marketing so sick. He's Ray the Video Guy, yeah, Ray the Video Guy.